By now, we're down 37th Street. Now, the ambulance would probably go 16, because there's not a lot of traffic. Now, it happened on a Saturday or a Sunday, which I'll clarify all that when I look up the date on the calendar. Now, I'm going to, when I get home, put in 1986 and look at August 24th and see what day that was. Probably a Saturday or a Sunday. More likely a Sunday. And we'll go from there. Now, also going to show you the other gym I used to work out at, which is no longer, I don't even know what it is anymore, but anyway. Now the ambulance can also go what they think is the faster route. This is just an approximate amount. It's 9:39 and all that. Now whoever staged the accident, wrecked the car, called the ambulance, and again, I went to the hospital. Now, they staged the ambulance because, again, hit me with a bat, didn't kill me. Obviously, it just gave me a lot of amnesia. And they knew it, so they were trying to cover it up. Now, first they wrecked the car off a dead man's curve, and I'll show you where they would have did that. And then they put me in the car. I'm putting my hand in the glass and shaving my eyebrow off, making it look like I went into the glass. That didn't happen. That was staged. She did, Vivian. She did give me a broken neck, but the Lord healed it, like I told her. And I was in pain, but being healed. Because if you're supposed to be paralyzed and you're feeling pain, you're healed. You're being healed. And when I woke up in the hospital, I was in no pain. And again, they did their standard routine for what they thought was a car accident, which excluded chest X-rays. But the only sign was the skull fracture, which is now about less than an eighth of an inch of where she hit me with a bat. Sure, it was an aluminum baseball bat or a pipe. Right. She probably had an aluminum baseball bat. And that would do the trick. But they did the chest and the pelvis and the lower extremities as well. And there were no broken bones. That proves Vivian attacked me with an aluminum baseball bat. Not Sonja, because no, I don't think that happened at all. So Vivian is still the prime suspect. That's that first one. Now the thing about the second one is what? That can involve Pastor Edward John Holmes and all his buddies at Christian Fellowship Church, right? Because I wasn't called Daphne if I landed the fall, I would call them. Because I wasn't trying to convince Daphne. I was one of the two witnesses, but Pastor Edward John Holmes. Now, there's an ambulance coming. Turn off the bird here. Like it's going by. They're stupid. They're just pulling over and not getting out of the way. Idiots. Don't care that somebody can die or something. I know. Alright, anyway. The point is, though, I'm glad you got me to the ambulance anyway, Vivian. That was decent of you. But like I said, I forgive you, whatever. Now, if I had sex with your daughter and you overreacted, sorry. To you and your daughter. And can't change the past. Right. All in the future. Howdy. going into church. St. Michael's. Now again, this makes me worried about my shipmates though too. Were they torturing me, trying to force a confession that I was electrocuting people, which I would never confess. And that's why, when they wanted to send me back to the division, I freaked out and heard voices and got off the ship and went to the hospital for 2 weeks. Because I didn't want to go through their bullshit not training me or working me until I was out of the Navy, which extended my service a year and a half, assholes. Thanks for the extra time. Helped me out immensely and prove you were after me the whole time. Like I keep telling you, Lieutenant Gizman was there, asshole. Ask him, I haven't. Of course, initial memory of it was because of the time involved. Like I said, long and telling you all that. Now, the reason is I'm not trying to blame them for anything. And that's the point about Pastor Thomas and all that too. But like Jesus said, you know not what you do. You don't know what you do. I am the true Son of God. And if Jesus had 7 wives, and that's what John really meant by the 7 churches in Egypt. It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor for Isaiah saying the Messiah would take 7 women who couldn't have children with their husbands and would take them as his own wives. 7. That's why he did that metaphorically in the book of Revelation, talking about the 7 churches. So it's now 9:45. Now, of course, the ambulance can go between 80 to 90 miles an hour and get me here quicker. But, it's a general timeline. Now, they again did their standard procedure, and the accident happened around, say, they wrecked the car around 6:15 and called the ambulance and everyone else. And now they could have easily gotten me out, put me in the car and got me out of the car. And of course. So here we are at Memorial. So now we're just going to turn around and show you the alternative way, and also take you to the gym I told you about the other day as well. Now, of course, Pastor Thomas is going batshit again, wanting to hurt me, wanting to hurt you. Sorry about that. Trying to avoid some signs. Sign, everywhere, sign. Had your 2 daughters, Getting an asshole. Quit fucking with 1 and 2 witnesses. Like you said, I can't do anything, and I don't do anything consciously wrong. And I'm trying to find one woman like I was taught. And the problem is, if your women want me, and you're harassing me and trying to detain me from doing my job, which is to tell the truth to Jesus, and you don't want to tell. And you said I needed a message. Well, I figured out my message. Jesus is androgynous, not male or female, in his first image. So it can assume both 2 different ways. The first way is the way he showed the disciples before he went to the cross, which is by becoming 1 to 2, and then back to 1. It wasn't Moses and Elijah they saw, but Jesus in his male and female form, and then going back to his androgynous form. He became 2 in front of them, to show them how they could morph in heaven. Now, I don't know if Jesus was raped or not, or if that's even a problem. But that's part of why that could have happened, and why he went to heaven too. But the point there is, again, Jesus is the God of all flesh. There's nothing too hard for him. Now, his preferred form is the hermaphrodite, not the male. Satan's preferred form is what? The male, not the hermaphrodite. That's why the image of the beast is male, who does not acknowledge he's androgynous himself and thinks the male image is superior to all images, right? That's the sin of the church, the Muslims, and the Jews. They're worshiping the wrong image as the first image and the image of God. And that's the problem too. They're worshiping more the external than the internal. So that's the problem there. The second message is, of course, the name of God, which we have three possibilities. Yah-Va, Yah-Hava, and Yah-Hua. And all three are possibilities. You can use Jehovah if you want to, but that's a different emphasis on the vowels. It means something a little different. It means something like Yah is, could be he or whatever, but Ho means glorious and Ba means still breath. So that's not really a big issue, but whatever. But sort of a made up version of the name too, and it might be the wrong vowels and consonants, right? So I still prefer Yah-Hava, Yah-Va, or Yah-Hua, does actually fit as to the actual pronunciation of these phrases and syllables in the Hebrew language itself. Now, Hava alone just simply means to breathe, and it can be with or without an aleph, and with or without an H, and it can be Yah-Va, which with Y-A-H or M-V-A-H, or Yah-Va with Y-A-V-A aleph, F instead of the H. I'm not sure if there's a double aleph there, but I know there's at least one at the end. And again, Yahuwah is just simply eternal he, her, and letting us know that we're both male and female, father and mother, and that's why that name. And anything else is, up to you. Yaheva could be a way, which means behold breath. Like when you're in cold weather, your breath will appear, in the cold weather, as like a mist. So those are the possible four beginning parts of the name. Now the last part of the name could be Hey Vahi, Who He, again, and emphasis towards the male and the female, and then Havahi as well. So Hey Vahi, Havahi, and Hu He, and they all fit. In the Hebrew pronunciation and grammar, and also the syllables. So that's the real name of God. Anything else you want to know, Pastor Thomas? The true witnesses here. Are you going to repent or follow Peter still? He's your problem. He denied Jesus 3 times, and until he went to his upside down cross, claiming not to be worthy. The whole time. That's the problem there. Worthiness and unworthiness is your problem. And he's acting like he wasn't worthy to tell us the truth. John attempted to, but even he did it half-assed, giving us only the word masterly to indicate the real secret. And now, when he wrote as Mark, though, he did say he appeared to the two in the country in a different form, meaning he explained what happened there with the 2 men in the country. Wasn't that they didn't simply recognize him, but he changed his physical appearance from a male into the androgynous one again, to show he can do it individually as well. So I'm explaining that to you. Now, that still meant he went to the cross as androgynous. Now, could the Lord have made him male before he resurrected him? No, probably. Again, that would explain some of that, I know. But there again, the problem is, the person on the shroud has no breasts, but they have the wounds, but no breasts of a woman, as if kneaded up, which is from Strong's Concordance definition 3149. So that's my stores, or my stars. Everyone say it, my stews. Oh no, I'm not Greek, I'm not Greek. But I do know it's spelled M-A-S-T-O-S, which sounds like my stoves, my stews, or my stars, whatever. However you want to say it, it's fine by me. So that's the message. Alright, I gotta go by Walmart too and get some gas. Got 31 more miles, so I'll do that on the way back. But anyway, I'll take you to the gym next. I told you I used to go out to as well. And see, I don't have to lift weights, so I'm probably gonna do that a little bit, like rest a little bit and get something to eat when I get home. Or go to the Walmart and eat there. Not my camera charge again. Now, of course, the women I remember being with felt just as good as the ones I don't remember being with. And that's what we do. Now, like I would tell Teresa, I'm not trying to be with any one of you. I'm trying to wait for a virgin, right? But if I had a choice, I would choose Nina over Teresa and her two younger daughters by a mile over her. But that would mean when we brought the daughter to the other daughter, what we had a menage a trois in the trailer. I'm asking. Because if I don't remember, of course, after the menage a trois, what would happen? Teresa would knock me out. I don't know. So I don't remember it. Right. If I was with Nina, Teresa knocked me out after we made love, and again, that's why I don't remember it. Sorry. And if I met a little stranger or dizzy around you, that's why. She hated that I chose you over her and was calling you a whore to me, and I didn't know what was going on. So she was knocking me out after I was with you. Again, because I don't know if she was giving me the ultimatum, choose you or her, but who would I choose, Nina? You're prettier by far. And I'll tell you that to her face too. And again, if we made love and I don't remember it, that's why. Ain't that I wanted to forget it either, but I wasn't even masturbating during that time either. And I was on the drugs, Risperidone. I didn't even know if I could get a hard on because I hadn't masturbated in a long time. So you're getting fresh sperm if we were. And again, I don't think I got you pregnant, though you did move out to Florida with your mom and all. So you pregnant, huh? Don't know. If I have another child, her two daughters, we could have had them in that as well. But I don't remember that either. And of course, like I said, everyone's acting nutty. Now, like I said, I'm sure her daughter had a nicer pussy than Teresa ain't got it. Teresa's an old hoe. I know nice pussy. Like females. Now the thing is, someone, but I saw him in time. Got that eye in the sky. Looking for you, I can read your mind. I make rules, dealing with fools. I can read your mind. And I don't need to say anymore to know that I can read your mind. Can't change. So anyway, we're going the wrong way. Whatever. That's me up. yourself. And seem to be enraptured in pleasure. And in tears and very, very happy to be touching me. And I know she wanted to call it wet. See, that's what you get when you fuck with one of the two witnesses, Pastor Thomas. He gets to fuck your women. Like King David did the women around him, including Saul's daughter. And Jacob had Leah and Rachel. And if I had Kathy and, Christine, fine. Asshole, you deserve it. I'll repent. I just don't remember it because of trauma to my head. And, which God still, like I told you before, healed. Pissed off now? Go ahead. Don't scare me. Now, of course, my fracture at the C1 to C4 is still not paralyzing me. So what do you think is going to happen now? More women are going to want to fuck me, and more men are going to knock me out, shit like that. But the thing is, you're enticing them to be with me, not me. I'm trying to find one virgin. If I've been with a bunch, well, and I don't remember it, that don't even count to the Lord. Because Fidel had 35,000 women, right? I'm just trying to find one so he can marry as a virgin. Why not? See, I'm not worried about that state of issues. But like I said, Mary Bell, I had coincidences with, and I'm still trying to be faithful in a way to Mary Bell. But I'm also trying to let her go too, so that's all confusing there too. Like I said, I didn't know any of this was going on. Now, when I was dating you, Mary Bell, I thought only of you. And again, until you asked me to quit. Then I started taking Chin Lu and Michelle Kwan, or the figure skaters, right? And you asked me to quit, so I quit. So you came back in October, and we started up again. I know you liked it better on the outside when you came back, but I like you the inside. Want to get to do the pleasure for me, babe. Like I said. Do I think that girl? Like I said, I mean, if I can't remember being with them, of course, that's not their fault or mine, but I have a residual memory of it, but like I said, it's not the same as remembering it blow by blow either. That means they were knocking my brains out. So I won't remember it. Sorry. Not your fault either. But, again, certain prophets get more than one wife. Asshole. And you adopted the stance of Paul that you can control your children's virginity and decide if they marry or not. No, you can't. That's ownership. That's slavery for the females. But that's why I don't try to be younger than 16 either. I play by the rules. If your daughters don't, they're getting fake IDs to even be with me. But I don't play that shit. Consciously. Now, of course, any female from 4 to, when I sleep 4 hours, I can be with up to 8 women. But that's, again, not a memory, but a suggestion, right? Per night. If I sleep longer, more. If I sleep 4, again, same number. And that's if I come quick or slow. If I come quick, well, I can last up to 10 minutes or longer. If I come quick, it'll be within 1 or 2. So God only knows, right? Bahala.